spot on the overall leaderboard, but of course want to make it even better here. We have the statistics: 59, 59 to 39.
59, 59, and sadly 39. Not that
pretty
slow.
insane if you had an average guessing time of 59 seconds. That'd be kind of impressive.
So if you average out 56 and 62 on Shiina's side, you also end up on 58.
Oh.
So yeah, this couldn't be a closer matchup if you ask me. As we see, 2 points are between those two. Kapten 1 game less played, and as we see,
Shiina is all the way up in 8th place. I didn't even realize. I mean, he was sat down in the 20th somethings for quite a while, and then he's just been flying up.
Yeah, he has been cooking lately. He won 8 out of the last 10 games, so that is not the form you want to play him.
Oh no, not at all. As we see them here, head to head, getting ready for the match. It's the Shark Head versus the Swedish hockey player, I guess. That's my best way of describing them. As we now go into game number 1, already started. Kapten zooming down the streets.
Yep, already a political poster inside as we are in Mexico. Now, it looks quite interesting because we do have the 6 starting area code. So that means we're going to be in the Northwest, Sonora, Baja, California. Now you just have to narrow it down. Pretty easy, right?
Pretty easy for some, potentially. For me, not so much. We'll see if they're going to be able to or not. As Kapten, first one to get the guess in. Shiina, out on the peninsula. We'll go further towards the south. And this is going to be all the way down there. Nice last-second readjustment.
Yeah, he got closer and closer with every single click. That was quite the path to victory.
And that's usually how he does. I mean, he gets a guess in, and then he kind of clickety-click around for a while. As we do get the next round here in Canada. Thank you, internet domain. Oh, Shiina lost the internet domain by moving. Unfortunate.
The internet domain. We should be in BC, judging by the massive mountain next to us. And where else would that be?
Where else would that be? Well, Kapten seems sure that it's close to the Kanaka Bar. Go there for a quick party, then go to Falls Creek afterwards. Have fun. Shiina is that just northeast of Vancouver. And it is going to be Kapten actually almost able to 5K that location.
Yeah, I did not expect Kanaka Bar to actually be a place name. Only in Canada.
I guess so.
In general, I feel like the US and Canada have some very interesting place names.
Oh, they do.
I have seen every single European town has a copycat in the Americas.
I mean, and those are the logical ones. Just Google city names in Texas. You'll get it. If you think you can come up with weird names by yourself, oh my, are you in for a surprise when you see what actual city names are called in the US?
Yeah, oh me, oh my. As we go onto a Turkey round here, or no, it's Bulgaria, never mind. They use very similar bins, but in Turkey they are quite helpful because they usually tell you the place name. In Bulgaria, they haven't adopted that system yet. They should. At least for us Geo players.
I can tell you there's a city in New Mexico called Truth or Consequences. And there's a city in Maryland called Accident.
Oh.
And a city in Texas called Ding Dong. So, there you have it. A lot of good names for cities.
Ding
I suppose.
Yeah, that's my favorite city.
Shiina gonna be close up once again. 1100 damage in round 3. Starting to feel the hurt here as Kapten, but of course, as long as you're set above 4K, you're still gonna be pretty comfortable, you'd have to imagine.
Yeah, it seems like Kapten also adapted the system of taking a sip of water after every guess. A very common occurrence these days on the pro players. Maybe just, you know, like a ritual mental reset after every round. Kind of like something to do, because otherwise you just wait there for 5 seconds. As we see, we are in Quezon, which should be southeast of Manila. And seems like Shiina found it.
Yeah. Able to get the login. Now he has the time to lean back, get a drink. Is that iced tea? Looks a little bit like it.
Looks like Mezzo mix, but I don't think they have that in Japan.
Not going to be the case. And there you have it, Shiina. Close to target. 500 additional damage done to Kapten, both in the right vicinity. But Shiina just unpointed me. We said it coming into it. He's really been rocketing up that leaderboard. And doesn't seem like he's done anything to slow down yet.
Yeah, I mean, for him, it's not only he wants to perform well in the World League, he also wants to perform well in the majors coming up, because it's not that far down the road anymore. I mean, we are...
That is true.
1 week to go in the World League, and then we have 1 month of break, and then already the major start, and we have back-to-back weekends of APAC and Americas. So
That's true.
You might as well, you know, start grinding now, because time will go quicker than you think.
It's gonna be a good time, that's for sure. As Kapten. First one to get the guess in, gonna be right down the road. Both of them nearby. 21 damage done to Kapten. Nothing to write home about. Again, there's never gonna be huge damage coming through in Netherlands, but still, could have been a 10k. But we weren't that lucky.
And we're back in Russia and back in winter coverage. So where was it again?
West. I heard what you said. I actually, as soon as you said it, I was like, huh, that's convenient info. Because usually whenever I get a rush around, I just put my marker somewhere a little bit east of Moscow, and I press skip effectively. But this could be good info.
Quick little, you know, added information that only applies to Gen 4. There's
nice.
Gen 3 winter coverage in the east. So be aware of that.
Well, now you ruined it.
Yeah, I can't. But you, come on, you can tell the camera generations. I believe in you.
For the most part.
Anyways, it seems like nobody has won anything.
Oh, maybe some good info from Kapten. Seeing the statue, a lot of names written down below. Could just be persons or people names, but could also have a city involved.
Yeah, both in the west, but we have one pretty fast southern guess. And that's going to be where it is.
Yeah, big damage come through with it. As the multipliers help out a bit there. Setting Kapten up now by 1,400 points over Shiina. It's around 7 we go. And back to the America we go. The America.
We are back. The America, and we are in Quebec, judging by the bollard on the guardrail here. We also see 24 striped car. It should be one of the roads going towards the north in Quebec. As to which one exactly, just line it up. Can't be that hard, right? We also have French, so that confirms Quebec as well. A lot of meta available.
Definitely, but well, where do we go? Shiina, able to find, is that a road name? 18? Could very well be. 10 seconds left to work with, make it 13. Should be enough for them to get some good intel in, but only now. Is Kapten opening up his map. They're both, I mean, practically in the same area. Shiina, though, continuously moving further up the coastline.
Yeah, he is going more and more north, and let's see if it pays off. It does not. It is the main road.
Ooh, big one. Big enough, actually, to come out victorious in the round. He was all the way down towards Quebec City initially. But, again, the micro readjustments there in the end got the better of him this time around.
Yeah, this time it did not pay off. But I do still like his guess, because that road he went on also has the exact same type of coverage, at least. So maybe it's like something in his head was like, yeah, wait, I've seen something very similar to this, and it kind of can mess with your judgment. Whether how far north it looks. This time did not pay off, but usually it does for Shiina.
That's true. Can't have him every time. We saw it with Blinky in the first game of today as well, where the last second readjustments, one round it helps him out massively, the other one it practically costs him the game. So now, going to no move. There's a red tint on the car. Could just be a rear light as well, or brake light. Also have Tokulup.
Yeah. The red
and a windy
car.
harbor.
Yeah, windy harbor. Might scan for that one. You mentioned the red car that is usually found in Western Australia. There are some parts in the east, but it usually does not look like this. We are coastal somewhere, judging by the vegetation.
It's pretty brave calling a city windy harbor. What if it's not one day, you know?
I mean,
what if it's just calm? You change the name?
Yeah, the funny part is Shiina scanned over this national park with the exact same name of the port in the top multiple times, but it's not what you are scanning for, so you might skip it.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be Kapten close up. When it's a harbor, it's usually down by the water. And Kapten able to get the login on that one.
Yeah, usually it's towards the water. That's true. Could also be on a river, though.
Yeah, well, that is true. River's big enough. Could have harbors on them, definitely.
As we
So
go
now
into
going to round number 2. What do we have here?
a harbor.
That is true, potentially.
It looked like Newfoundland, though, with the rugged terrain.
Kapten is out towards St. Pierre. Seems like Shiina is going to join them as well. He's going to go Newfoundland to Cormac. Maybe he knows what's up. Or Corner Brook. Or Deer Lake. What type of animal do you think live around there? So logical, all the city names.
Deer Lake.
Yeah, dear me, I don't know.
Maybe ants?
Moose, I think is the answer. Shiina getting his guess in first. It's gonna go Deer Lake. Is Kapten gonna join him? No, a bit further towards the east. Continuously moving further towards the east, but it is gonna be up towards the north. And 200 damage. Not gonna hurt too hard, as they're now set 10 points apart.
Yeah, we're starting off nice and calm. As we see, Oman round should be southern, because we do have the car completely blurred. And as we see, both of them instantly zooming into the south, so no big points here as well.
Yeah. 22.
Just too good.
Yet another 22-point round. We had one of them earlier. At that point, it was 1 kilometer apart they were, though. So a bit of a difference in the distances there. As you get a... My brain tells me Colombia, because the fences are fun, but it's probably not going to be right.
It is.
It is?
Yeah, you're the go.
Oh, Toby
Where's
learning
the
things.
Like but the landscape, very interesting one. And we see
Shiina goes Ecuador.
Ecuador by Shiina.
Did you just bait me?
I mean,
me feel good about
Kapten is also in Cambodia, so if it's Ecuador, I'm very sorry, but this looks a lot like
You know what?
Colombia.
Even if I guess Colombia and Ecuador round, I'd still be pretty proud of myself. We're all learning together, Chad. We're all learning together. It's all about vibes sometimes, and whenever there's weird, poor quality wooden fencing, usually I just insta-send Colombia.
Also with painted tops, that's also a pretty good meta for Colombia.
Well, Kapten seems to be sticking. So does Shiina. Yes, again, the micro readjustments sending him further up towards the border. Oh, he's not too happy with it. A brief prayer there as well, and it is going to be practically downtown Bogota.
Yeah, for some reason, some Colombia rounds just always end up near the capital city for no reason. As you saw, Shiina thinking about Colombia and praying there that it's just Ecuador.
Yeah. Should we go, Plenty of cacti.
Yeah, we should be
Sends
somewhere near the
Kapten to
Baja
Mexico.
Peninsula.
Yeah. What
No
sends you
questions.
there?
The cacti.
Cacti.
The cacti.
Cactuses.
No.
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 Stop talking, Sophie.
Could also be Kakteen, like in German.
Oh. I'm not even... Yeah. I'm not going to continue down that line. It's going to only get weirder from there. That's Kapten. I mean, he seems very... I was going to say, seemed very comfortable jumping back and forth around the same kind of 10-kilometer mark. In the end, gets the guess in, but it was further down towards the south. Still, though, able to maintain a good lead over Shiina. Already up 1-0. But he wants to log it in now and finish this one off before Shiina gets a chance to come back.
And my call is both will get the correct road here. Because they will.
This road is just so unique.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
roads in Russia that are this hilly, there's only like 2 of them, so
Fair enough.
why would you not learn them?
That is true. If there's only 2, it should be doable. But then again, if there's only 2, how often do you get them? Well, often enough.
A lot of times actually. You get this road so often.
Often enough. Since they do get them here as well. Worth learning. And Shiina able to do a bit of damage to Kapten. Still, though, sat down by half the health.
And we're back in Russia. Russia after Russia. Now this time it is not hilly, it is flat. Both of them zooming into St. Petersburg. Although, yeah, both downtown.
Downtown St. Petersburg. I have never been there, so I can't tell you fully confirmed that that is not what downtown St. Petersburg looked like. But I've seen images, and I think there were a few more houses and a few less trees on most of the images that I saw. As Shiina considering to go further towards the east, still 20 seconds to work with. Ooh, looking to go potentially all the way through the other side of the water. Kapten gonna be the first one to log in. Shiina looking to see if there's any information that he's missed out on. But not gonna readjust, and it's gonna be all the way down south. They were in complete agreement as to where it was, but both off by quite the margin.
Yeah, the landscape felt very northern there. We are just in Bryansk for some reason. But we love to see it.
Can we just don't guess, guys? Give us some time here. This is beautiful.
Yeah. Not the worst.
No, definitely not. Oh, Shiina jumping back and forth. Maybe Japanese connection having him baited there for a second. It was jumping around quite massively. But in the end, gonna be closest to Saga's Kapten. Sending Shiina down below 2,000. And now, well, it's getting a little scary. We are into round 9. Shiina needs something big. And, well, here might have it.
Yeah, this is quite a massive country with
Some
India.
might argue.
Yeah, some might argue. And, whoa. Slamming it.
Hey. No.
Switching up the pace.
Odisha.
Ooh, big difference. Big difference
Definitely.
in guesses here.
Could be game 5 times multipliers. Could very well be the end of it. Let's see if it's gonna be or if it won't be. Kapten getting those extra 15 seconds is not gonna help him out. Shiina is gonna be closer. And it is gonna be game 5,200 damage. And that's what we were talking about just before. Kapten wanted to finish it off. It did not want to have it prolonged for as long as it did. You don't want to give Shiina a chance to come back, and it did right there.
And I really like the confidence. Shiina knew he had to make a good guess, and he was like, you know what? I will put on the pressure. I will instant this. I have a vibe for this. And what a vibe he had.
Also, I like the fact that, I mean, you kind of get into a groove when you're playing matches that last this long into round 9. Shiina always takes his time. Kapten pretty much exclusively the one to guess first. And then just like that, when you think, oh, I got my minute, you know, I can chill. Shiina guesses in 3 seconds. Very smart on him to change it up there in the end. Seemed like he caught Kapten off at least to enough of an extent that he got himself into an NPC, which was where we find ourselves now.
Yeah, we do find ourselves in an NPC game. Very similar guesses in round 1.
Providence. It's not where we were, but a bit further towards the south.
Wonderful state of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Probably the only state to be more boring than Delaware.
What do you mean?
And I say that as being from Delaware, so...
I'm just confused by why they call it Rhode Island when the majority of the state is not an island.
Yeah.
Can someone give me some insights? Because that's... But then you just have to say, but bro, it's in America. They have a city called Ding Dong. I mean, they don't use logic in their naming. That's fair enough. As Kapten is looking to just hitch, or well, plunk it into the M of Germany. But maybe that's just an initial marker. He's not fully convinced yet, but there he goes. Full
I did not think of Germany
center.
with the road, but I might be not correct.
Americans don't know what an island is. Yeah, I mean, Winnick might be right about that one. Well, one country between them. That's the right location. 120 damage to kick things off here in round 2. Pretty much tying the scores once again. As, yeah, we head into round number 3.
Ziggy from Delaware? Yes, sir. I even have
Can
an
you not
emote.
tell on his Delawarean accent?
Look here. There's Ziggy Delaware emote. I mean, why would I have that? Delaware's the most random state
born
ever.
and raised. Yeah.
Like, nobody has ever been saying like, yeah, I'm from Delaware. That's not really a flex, is it? It's such a small state.
Kapten looking towards Montana initially. Shiina thinking. Hands to the face. Ooh, potentially looking to go East Coast. This could be big. He has his marker down in Washington, but
really
he's
like
looking
Western.
towards Maine.
I like Western here with the tall pines.
This is pretty insane. Now, Shiina back towards the West Coast again. They're both in Washington. Oh, he's praying. He's hoping that he's right, and he is gonna be right on that one. Glad that he did not go East Coast. That could have been very, very costly. But in return, he ends up taking 600 health off of Kapten.
Yep, not only in the correct state, but also region guessing in the state itself. As we go into this round, what are we looking at here, Toby? This is all you, I think.
Okay, I got this. We're looking at a bush, a tree, some sun in the distance, clouds, a road that bends towards the right. I think there's a guy on a bike there in the distance, and a bridge and gravel. Which obviously means that we are in Guatemala.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but we do have a cobbler. We do have a cobbler, which looks like the box blur you would get in Guatemala or something like Ghana, but this looks more like Guatemala than Ghana.
Guatemala or Ghana, just casually going. Yeah, it could be somewhere in the world, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's
any country that starts with a G could be there. Well, and it's gonna be Shiina on point. Guatemala will net him not just the round, but the win as well. What a comeback from the Japanese player.
Yeah, and what a final round to end it on. Did not look like your typical Guatemala there. So, shoutouts to Shiina for getting that. Maybe using the blur that was barely visible at the bottom of the screen. But even for me,